Disclaimer. I doesn't claim any of the arts. All the picture shown belongs to the respective artist and company. If you are original owner and want me to remove the video, I will do it immediately. Just send me an email to inform me. And if you like my content, please subscribe to my channel. In the last episode, we had seen that the Yu Ah-Young had activated one of hers very powerful abilities, Amazon's Spirit with S-Rank in Berserker mode, and she said, "Leave it to me." There's a concept of going berserk that triggers the reverse flow of mana for all skills. Most people avoid using it, since it can cause permanent damage to the body. But if one can control that power for even a small amount of time, the force that it holds is transcendental. We see Yu Ah-Young is fighting very well with the Blue Phoenix. She, by using her green flamed spear, and his Amazon Spirit skill, is pushing back the blue flamed Phoenix. Yu Ah-Young readies her spear in her hand and throws it to Phoenix. By throwing that spear, Phoenix gets hit. With that powerful attack of Yu Ah-Young, Blue Phoenix regenerative abilities gets weakened. Then Yu Ah-Young goes behind the Phoenix and readies her fist. She attacks it with a very strong punch and continuously giving very powerful attacks to Phoenix. After that, we see the Phoenix is getting kicked by Yu Ah-Young. By her kick, Phoenix is knocked to the ground, and a very powerful explosion and destruction happens due to Yu Ah-Young's attack. We see after that explosion, Yu Ah-Young is looking into dust, worried about whether she was able to defeat the Phoenix, whether it is alive or dead. But Yu Ah-Young's body couldn't keep up with his skill, and his body fell off to the ground motionless. Her body cannot bear that much power. We see it's not dead yet, and some life is left in that Blue Phoenix and says, "How? How dare you, you lowly human? In that pathetic state, I'll kill you!" Then Kim Tae-hyun activates his chain skill, and with golden chain enters to fight. He catches the neck and body of that Blue Phoenix. Phoenix screams in pain, confused that what is happening right now. Kim Tae-hyun activates his predation skill and says, "I can't believe her!" To crush his regenerative powers, she used a destructive force that was way beyond it. I really can't let my guard down with her. It may hurt her pride, but I gotta land the last blow, don't I? We see our Kim Tae-hyun fully activating the predation skill while holding Yu Ah-Young unconscious in his arms. At the next scene, we see the members of Yu Ah-Young's guild is looking at gate, waiting for her and Kim to return from it. Then we see those people talking. They're pretty late. Will they be okay? One of them reassures others and says to them that it probably won't be a problem. After all, they're both S-rankers. Though the one problem is that once our guildmaster goes into battle, she just speeds through without thinking much. But other 3 guild members were still worried about their guildmaster. Suddenly, something was noticed by guild members. They saw that Kim was coming out of the gate with Yu Ah-Young unconscious in his arms. By seeing it, all of them get shocked and saying, "Here they come! Are you okay? Guildmaster, you didn't get hurt, did you?" Their eyes got widened by seeing Yu Ah-Young unconscious in Kim's arms. Kim exited from gate, and while he and Yu was covered in dirt and blood of monsters, with tired expression from fighting the Phoenix, said to guild members that, "We cleared the fire temple." This news goes all over the internet, and rumors are spreading that Kim Tae-hyun and Yu Ah-Young, they're in relationship. We see Yu Ah-Young in hospital looking all of this news on her phone. She was blushed and didn't know that what is going on the internet, and didn't know that how outside people are aware of this. Yu shouts to her guild members that, "What the hell is this? How did this news go out that we have cleared this double dungeon together? It was an unannounced double dungeon raid. How did the news leak outside? On top of that, what is with this embarrassing article? This is all you're doing," one guy calmly says. "A double dungeon raid is an important matter, so maintaining confidentiality is difficult to." Other one, while sweating, says, "I only told a few close friends. They all promised to keep it a secret." But third guy couldn't control himself and says, "This is unfair! We only did that for your sake. There's not a single lie in my devotion to you." But all of a sudden we see Yu Ah-Young laughing and says, "All of you, just die altogether today." But out of nowhere we see the president of the Guild Association opens the door of hospital room, in hurry and worried, and says, "Yu Ah-Young, are you all right? I heard you used your skill in berserk mode. Are you okay?" But president of the Guild Association eyes gets surprised by seeing what was in front of it. Yu Young very angrily pushes one guy up and his head goes on the ceiling. Other guy's body is lifeless and lying on ground, and other one is upside down and his head is in the floor. By seeing it says to Yu Young that, "Looks like you're fine." Two of them goes outside of hospital for walk and they talk about Yu Young controlling berserk mode. Yu Young says, "What on earth do you take me for? I trained so much all this time to control my berserk state. Using it for just 1 minute isn't that hard." By hearing it, President was happy and said to Yu that, "Oh, I see. So how was he? You know, the capability of Kim Tae-hyun you wanted to check so badly." Yu surprises insists to President that, "Well, after I passed out, Taehyun fought against the Grand Phoenix and even ended the whole fight, so that said pretty much everything. Moreover, it's only been 2 weeks since we were done with the Fire Temple raid, and apparently he's already headed to the abyssal depths. How much stronger is he trying to get?" President excited and says, "The abyssal depths, that's definitely an amazing growth speed. But that's great from New Korea's perspective, isn't it?" Yu Young with calm face was listening to President's words and said to him that, "I actually don't understand it." President gets confused. Yu continues, "Everyone has a desire to advance further. But after having progressed through a certain path, it's easy to get satisfied, isn't it? But Taehyun isn't showing any signs of stopping anytime soon. In fact, even right now, he's using every available method to advance further, far away from stopping. Why do you think he's trying so desperately to become stronger?" President responds that he knows the answer of her question. Yu Young surprises that President have the answer. President tells Yu Young that Kim does all of this because of love for his country. By hearing this answer, Yu shocks and doesn't understand it. President continues his words and says, "In times where monsters are swarming everywhere and awakened evil has begun to run amok, in these times he wishes for his country to push through with prosperity, so his intense desire to help is driving him to this point." But after hearing President's words, Yu Young doesn't accept his answer and says, "No, that can't be it." And while President was dancing, gets confused by Yu's words. Then scene changes somewhere in the abyssal depths. We see red and black castle in the abyss that dragon-like creatures is flying over it. Then scene goes inside of castle. We see so many people have been killed, and they swords and axes were fell beside them. We see 2 people, one of them was sitting on chair, and other one was kneeling in front of him. It seems that they were the ones who defeated those people and killed them. The person who was sitting on the chair raised his hand so that the person kneeling in front of him could kiss it. Kneeling person kisses the hand in front of him, and by that the person was on the chair says, "With this you can say that we have been bonded with a blood oath. That man is Archduke of the Abyss, Vampire Lord Igman. His rank is unknown." Kneeling man says, "Thank you, O Lord of Blood." Archduke laughs and says, "How does it feel to gain the powers of our people?" By hearing Archduke words, man pulls his hood down from his head to reveal his face. That man responds, "There were a lot of skilled people similar to me, but now I shall be the strongest of them all." And that man was China's only force-level player, Zhang Linpeng. And here, this chapter ends. Thank you for watching this video until the end. Support this channel by liking this video and subscribing the channel. And if you want me to recap another manhwa or manga, write its name in the comments section. And if you want to know that what happened in previous chapters, you can watch them in this channel. Stay tuned for next chapters.